Because what could we do? I can open a business, what? Here. And someone could buy something from me where? In Thailand. Just by having access to the internet. So we live in a globally competitive world, American students. If you don't get that, you're going to be speaking Chinese one day. Because the rest of the world gets it. We're the only ones that seem to resisting the fact that the market is global and globally competitive. Okay, what's the next one? Where are we? Yes, young lady?
Generate appropriate documents for business and oral communications.
What's that mean to you?
Being able to communicate.
That means you know how to what?
Write letters.
Write correctly according to APA style. And you know how to stand up and speak correctly in the proper attire. And for gentlemen, the proper attire is what? Suit and tie. Ladies, for you, it's what?
A dress suit.
Maybe a suit, a dress suit, or what? An appropriate dress.
Below the knees.
Yeah, below the knees. Yeah. Okay, next.
Distinguish among various business situations to
Mm-hmm.
situations to apply law and ethic standards.
Okay, number 6.
Formulate entrepreneurial business practices for successful operations.
Yeah, and many of you in here want to own your own business if you're smart, right? Okay, yeah, the point behind that is what? You really don't want to work for someone else.
Exactly.
You want to work for yourself. And that's one of the strengths of our program. We encourage people to start their own businesses as a result of what they've learned here. Okay? Okay, now we're down to the general education outcomes. Okay? These outcomes, we're going to teach you about how to communicate, how to reason quantitatively, which is mathematical. We're going to teach you how to research information, critically think, and use technology. That's what we're going to do. In this particular course, and each course you have, there will be a general education outcome that will be tested. I'm testing you for your ability to
Communication.
Yeah, and
Research.
yeah. So do you think I'm going to let you get away with using the word "ain't" in this classroom? No, I'm not. Because what am I testing? I'm testing your ability to communicate. Okay, that's in here. So now you know why I'm doing what I'm doing. Okay, we also have writing. And here's what you want to know. How am I going to be evaluated? Okay? If you attend all of the classes and attend them on time, you will receive 100 points. You will have an applied summary learning paper worth 100 points due to me, and I'll show you this. See if you go into this. Look at this. Look at what I've done for you. Look at what I've done. When it's due, like that? Pretty cool, huh? All you have to do is what? Read it. It's all in there for you. So if I'm you, and I really want to increase my planning skills, what would I do? What would you do? What would you do?
Our little book taking.
And what would you do?
Plan accordingly.
Yeah, I would take these dates and what's due, and I'd put them in my calendar, my iPhone, my iPad, and I would set what? An alarm, an alert to let me know
Like a week in advance.
a week in advance when something is due. So for instance, this week, let's look at this. We are in what? Week number 2. Are we talking about what business is?
Yes.
Are we talking about the business environment?
Yes.
Have we been talking about economics and business?
Yes.
Okay? What do you have due to me out of class assignments? What do you have due to me this week?
Write an essay using 5 strengths in the job interview.
Identify your top 5 strengths and how you would use them in a job interview. That is what? A paper that you have due for me when? Wednesday. So the first step in this process is what? And let me show you how I want the paper done. What is it now?
How do you find strengths and how you use them in the job interview?
Yeah, so what's the first thing you have to do?
Plan.
No, you have to identify what?
The 5 strengths, which we should have done last week.
Which you should have done, but it doesn't always happen, girl. Where should you have done that?
At home,
No,
last
in
week.
college success. If you
Oh, we did it in
Ms. BJ
principles
said
of management.
In Miss BJ, you did it, but you should have, see, what did I tell you? I'm assuming what? Something's already been done with someone else. So now, if you've done it, you go back and get those. You've already got the first half of the assignment done. Identify what they are. Now you're going to take those 5, and you're going to do what with them? Apply them to a job interview. You're taking knowledge and applying it. And your paper needs to look like this paper because I want it done in APA style. So I'm going to give you, I ran out. Golly.
Do we have to have references for each paper?
Yes, you
like
do.
a paper like this? we
Yes,
wouldn't
ma'am.
need?
In every paper you write, here's what I'll do. Since I didn't have enough on that side of this, I will do this. I will give you guys, but I'll make copies of that for you guys. I'll give you guys a copy of this.
They got these in the library, Dr. O'Brien.
Yes, they do.
It's a little
But
different.
Problem
I
is
like
what?
this one.
Tell me what the problem is.
I like these because
Nobody goes to the library and takes them. Okay?
well, she didn't get one.
There you go. I love Miss BJ. Yes.
I got 5.
Miss BJ and I are on the same sheet of music. Okay? What did we say? One of the skills that we have to have you be able to do when you leave us. What did we say? Write. You have to have the skill to write correctly. Okay? So I need to make some more copies of both of these so you have both of these handouts. And yes, you need to have it exactly as, excuse me, 1 second. Notice the running head.
Yes.
If you have problems with this, and I highly recommend that you take advantage of this, it's a service that's offered here. If you have a problem with writing, where should you go?
The writing
The
center
Writing Center. Where is the Writing Center located?
near the
Right around the corner.
student.
Yeah, go up here, hang a right, and go directly back. There are tutors in there to help you. I highly recommend before you turn any papers in to anybody, you take them in there, have them review them, make the corrections, and then submit them. Your grade will be dramatically different. Okay, I want it as you see it here. Notice it says there's a running head. Notice there is what? An abstract. Notice how this thing is set up. I don't suspect that many of you will get it right the first time. But lucky for you, I don't care where you begin, I care where you end.
We need another
Ma'am.
copy.
Do you know where we can access the strengths test?
Yeah, go to strengthsquest.com. Strengthsquest.com.
Excuse me, Dr.
Yes, ma'am.
O'Brien. That's the class that the freshmen take?
Yes.
Okay, because I have that.
College success.
Yeah, I have it, but I haven't started it yet.
Yeah. You can if you're still using the book, you can still take the test ahead of time if you want.
Where?
I don't know what book you're using in that course anymore in college success. So,
Okay, where do you say to go strength?
strengthsquest.com. STRENGTHS quest.com. Strengthsquest.com. Even if they don't give it to you, it's worth taking that test to identify what your top 5 talents are. Okay? So we're running out of time here, as we normally do. Okay, let's go back up here. Notice, that paper is worth what? 100 points. 1,000 points is what all of these assignments are worth. In order to get an A in the course, you have to score what?
930 points.
930 points out of 1,000.
Oh, that's easy. That'd be nice.
That means you only
minimum.
have, where's my little thing in here? I missed it. Don't tell me it didn't. Ah, there it is. An A in this course is 93 to 100 or 930 to 1,000. An A minus is 900 to 920. A B plus is 87 to 89. A B is not an 80.
Small, boy.
A B is not an 80. A lot of students don't get that. In this school, a B is 83 to 86. Failing is below 600.
Mhm.
Everything you want to know, including tutoring, the course itself, about plagiarism, to how to label assignments that I tell you need to be labeled other than APA. This assignment will not be labeled that way. The 5 strands are all in here. There's a late work policy. And a signature page that you have undergone a syllabus review. What are your questions or your comments? Take a moment to process what we talked about. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes. This paper on 5 strengths, and you're using the 5 strengths in the interview is due Wednesday. Yes, ma'am?
I'm going back to an earlier conversation. Can you give me the definition of the CD regarding as far as the bank? The CD?
Is a certificate of deposit.
Certificate of deposit.
Certificate of deposit. That may or may not be the best financial instrument to use, depending upon the instrument that they have. And then you have to put the money, with some of them, you have to put it there for 6 months or a year, and you can't touch it.
Can't touch it.
Yeah.
That's why.
So you have to be real careful. You have to read the fine print.
That's an everything.
Okay? Yes, sir.
With the references on the paper,
Yes.
do you like to have a special, references that you prefer to use, because most people don't like, civics or families,
That's a great question. The kind of references I want are scholarly in nature, and I'm so glad you asked that question, because what I can do is give you a handout as to what remember, we're in higher education, so that's a great question. I don't want U.S. News and World Report. I don't want the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. I don't want Vogue. I want scholarly references. Yes, ma'am. And you will see this in all of the rest of your courses. So if I give it to you now, you will already have it. Yes, ma'am. You guys are really good. Same thing, smaller print. Okay, that's a great question. A scholarly article is not the same as a popular article out of a popular magazine. Normally what we're looking for are peer reviews, which means that a group of PhDs, doctorates, got together and said, yes, this article is good enough to be included in this particular journal. So we're not talking about a popular magazine. Okay? Yes, ma'am.
I just want to let everybody know, when you using this, they're already cited. So up under each article, peer review, you just click cite, and it's in APA and MLA for whichever one you need. So if you don't know how to cite, it's already cited.
It's
for you.
already there.
On the actual article?
When you
Up
click
there,
cite,
Like
What
if
is
you go to Google Scholar or something like that and you look for the peer review journal,